Okay. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call this public meeting to order. If everybody would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Gaughan?
Here.
Commissioner Chermak is excused. Mr. Chelik?
Present.
Mrs. Gatto?
Present.
Mr. Tobin is excused. And Mrs. Magnotta?
Present.
Thank you. Opportunity for the public to address the board on agenda items only. Seeing that there is no one, we'll move on to the presentation of minutes for approval. This is from our meeting May 8th, 2024. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the minutes have been approved. Number 5, presentation of vouchers for examination and approval. These are the vouchers from May 9th, 2024 through June 12th, 2024. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the vouchers have been approved. Number 6, Ralph, any bid openings?
No bid openings at this time.
And number 7 is the discussion items, and the first one is the Landbank property disposition update.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. To date, the Land Bank has conveyed 331 properties countywide. In the city of Scranton, we've conveyed 237 properties, and I think on the sheet I passed out, I have 11. I had to take one off, so 10 properties will be acted on at today's meeting. Just to break down, as far as the other municipalities that are members of the Land Bank, Covington Township, we've conveyed 55 properties, and 1 property will be acted on today's meeting. In Carbondale City, we've conveyed 17 properties, with 1 property to be acted upon at today's meeting. Vandling Borough, 1 property. Bell Township, 4 properties conveyed. Troop Borough, 1 property conveyed. Scott Township, 4 properties conveyed, with 1 pending, and 5 properties to be acted on at today's meeting. Thornhurst Township, 5 properties have been conveyed. Jefferson Township, 1 property conveyed. Dunmore Borough, 2 properties. Archibald Borough, 1 property, and Blakely Borough, 1 property.
Okay, thank you very much. Any questions or concerns about the property disposition update? Very good. Moving on to the Blight Task Force update.
Yeah, I'd be happy to give an update from the task force. So as mentioned at the last meeting, we've had AmeriCorps and CCC team out cleaning up some land bank properties. So far, they've had an opportunity to clean up 14 land bank properties over the past few weeks. They will be with us 1 more week, so we hope to hit up a few more here before they're gone. And then NeighborWorks works with the land bank to make sure that those properties continue to be maintained once they're gone, until hopefully we can find a better use for them.
Any questions?
Thank you, Todd. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, and the last discussion item is the Advisory Committee Property Acquisition Disposition discussion.
Okay, if everyone has their color photos of the properties that will be acted on today. The first 2 properties are in West Scranton, 1202, 1204 Hampton Street, and 209 South 5th Avenue. We received purchase applications from ARK Holdings, EFH of Cherry Street in Scranton. They own multiple properties in the city of Scranton. And they would like to use these properties for future development. And there were no additional applications for these properties, and they submitted offers of $500 for each one. The next 3 properties all together are located at 925 Slocum Avenue in Scranton, 926, 928 Cedar Avenue, 930 Cedar Avenue. This would be at the corner of Cedar and Maple. We received purchase applications from New Wave Enterprises, 1818 Jackson Street. These are repository properties, and New Wave Enterprises have applied for an EPA Green Energy Affordable Housing Grant. They have the support of Congressman Cartwright and also all the area representative legislators here. So hopefully this will go through. Okay, and I have the information right here. Todd, I don't know if you wanted to look at it too. Yeah, okay. And they submitted offers of $500 for the two larger properties and $150 for the smaller property. Moving forward, the next two properties are also located in West Scranton at 1011 Gregory Place and 1423 St. Francis Cabrini Avenue. We received side lot purchase applications for these two properties from the adjacent property owner there. It's 427, 429 St. Francis Cabrini Avenue Corporation. They just want to extend these yard. One property is a repository property. The other has been a land bank property for probably 7 or 8 years now. So it'll be nice to finally get these properties back on the tax rolls. There were no other additional applications for these two properties, so they submitted an offer of $150 for each property. The next property is on Roland Avenue, and that's in the East Mountain section from Jessica Suchter, Scranton resident. She owns two adjacent properties as well as several other properties up there. She's purchased a few through the land bank and eventually wants to develop this area. There was no other additional applications for this property, and she submitted an offer of $500 for the property. Oh boy, it's way up. It's yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's on the right-hand side. Okay,
It's really way up there.
okay. Thank you.
The next 5 properties are in Scott Township. Walsh Avenue B51, B61, 62, Walsh Avenue B57, 58, Walsh Avenue B55, 56, Walsh Avenue B49, and Hohensie Park SR 107 C2 in Scott Township. We received purchase applications from Davis Investments too. They're out of Harrisburg, and they do own a substantial amount of property and are building warehouses in this area up there. I did talk to Carl Ferraro from Scott Township just this morning, and they're in the process of building like a $2 million square feet of warehouses up there. So they really need these properties for realigning the road, and they submitted $500 for these properties. Next one is in Covington Township in Eagle Lake. It's Beach Lake WD 357, and received an application from Alice Mendoza and Sean Stein Smith from Hackensack, New Jersey, and they want to use this property as all properties in Eagle Lake for recreation. There were no additional applications for this property, and they submitted an offer of $500 for the property. The next one is at 898 Mount Vernon Avenue. That's in North Scranton. It's a side lot application was received from Juan Antonio Pega Bota. He owns the adjacent property. He just purchased the adjacent property, really, and found out that this property next to him was available. He just wants to extend his yard. There are no additional applications received for the property, and he submitted $150 for that property. The next one is at 703, 705 Deacon Street, and that's in the Green Ridge section right off of Sanderson Avenue. And we received a side lot application from Lorenza Reyes. She owns the property, the adjacent property, another person who just purchased the home next door, and she just wants to extend her yard. There were no additional applications for this property, and she submitted an offer of $150 for this property. Next one is in Carbondale at 20 Lunny Court. A side lot application we received from Sean Samuel, doing business as Samuel PA Properties. He owns quite a few properties in Carbondale. He also owns the adjacent property, and he just wants to extend the current property. He submitted an offer of $150 under the side lot program. And that's it as far as the properties that the board will be acting upon today under the appropriate resolutions that will be talked about.
Just a note I wanted to add, Ralph, on
Sure.
that Lunny Court property. So that's one that NeighborWorks said paid to demolish a garage on that property in order to get it into the hands of the neighboring owner.
Right.
So, good example. Yeah, the Lunny Court one. So we've had an opportunity to do that with a few properties, just to take down bladed structures in order to get the properties to a place where we can
The other
get them
one-
into better hands.
The other one was at Farview Street, and the other one was at Lawrenson Place.
Very good. Any other comments or questions on
Anybody have? Yeah.
those properties?
Great.
No? Okay, very good. We'll move into the action items. The first one is resolution number 24-014. This is approving the acquisition of additional property from the Tax Claim Office repository list of unsold property. May I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution number 24-015. This is approving the conveyance of certain land bank-owned property under the Property Purchase Program. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution number 24-016. This is approving the conveyance of certain land bank-owned property under the Side Lot Purchase Program. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution number 24-017. This is rescinding the acquisition and conveyance of a previously approved tax claim repository property. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Resolution number 24-018. This is approving the 2023 year-end land bank audit. May I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the resolution has been approved. Number 9, Directors' Other Business. Does anyone have anything they'd like to discuss? No? Okay. Opportunity for the public to address the board. No? Okay. All right, I would like to make a motion to, or I'd like to ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
On the question, our next scheduled meeting will be held Wednesday, July 10th, 2024 at 11 a.m. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it, and the meeting has been adjourned. Thank you.